Okay, here in this video we are graphing quadratic inequalities still, but this time we're leaving our equations in standard form. All right, so in order to find our vertex, we need to use negative b over 2a. All right, that'll get us the x value of the vertex. We've been doing that in the past. So again, my a value here is 1, my b value is 8, and my c is 12. We're not going to use the c, but it's good to know. So negative b over 2a, always use parentheses. So my b value here again is 8, and my a is an invisible 1. So we have a negative times 8, which is negative 8, and in the denominator we've got 2 times 1, which is 2. Negative 8 divided by 2, and our vertex has an x value of negative 4. Okay, so we'll take that negative 4, we'll plug it into the original equation, x squared plus 8x plus 12, and we're plugging negative 4 in for those x values. I guess I probably should have used a calculator. 16 minus 24, that's negative 8 plus 12. So it looks like negative 4 again. Okay, so my vertex there is going to be negative 4, negative 4. Okay, so again, to find the x and y values, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2, 4, 1, 0, 1, and 4. Okay, if I multiply my a value times all the y's, well, my a here is 1, so if I do that, it's not going to change any of these y's. 4 times 1 is still 4, 1 times 1 is still 1, so those coordinates aren't going to change. So from my vertex, we're going to use these coordinates, left 2, up 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And since this is equal to underneath it, all these lines, all these coordinates are going to be solid filled in. So we've got negative 1, positive left 1, up 1, filled in circle. And then we're going to ignore that. We're going to go right 1, up 1. And then we're going to go right 2, up 4. And we're going to connect those. Since we have an equal to underlined, we're connecting those coordinates with a solid line. And the shading, since we have a less than, we are going to shade down. So everything, put your pencil on the vertex and go straight down. So actually we're shading everything to the outside of this parabola here. So that being the case, everything from negative infinity all the way to negative 6, and then everything from 2 all the way to positive infinity. All that's being shaded. So for my interval notation, we've got 2 of them, negative infinity to negative 6. Infinity always gets parentheses. The negative 6 is filled in, so he gets a bracket. But wait, there's more. There's another section here from negative 2 to positive infinity. Infinity gets a parenthesis. Negative 2 is a filled in circle. It is equal to, so he gets a bracket. For the inequality notation, okay, we've got 2 sections again. All these x values that are shaded are less than negative 6. So the x values are less than or equal to as well. Negative 6. It's a filled in circle, so we got to have the equal to. And all these x values that got shaded, they are all greater than negative 2 and equal to negative 2 as well. Everything to the right of negative 2 and equal to negative 2. Greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, moving on to number 7 here. Same thing, negative b over 2a to help us find the x value of our vertex. Rewrite it with parentheses. So here, my a value again is a 1, my b value is a negative 6, and my c is a 8. So my b is a negative 6, and my my a value is a 1. So negative times negative 6, we're going to have a positive 6 over 2 times 1 is 2, 6 over 2. The vertex has an x value of 3. Now I'm going to plug that 3 back in to the original equation to find the y value. X squared minus 6 times x plus 8. And we are plugging 3's in for those x values. 9, Negative 18. So that's negative 9 plus 8, negative 1. So the vertex there is positive 3, negative 1. Now this does not have equal to. Positive 3, negative 1 is the vertex, but it's not equal to, so it needs to be an open circle. Okay, so again, if we use our original xy coordinates, our quadratic table, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2, 4, 1, 0, 1, and 4. Again, we multiply all the y values times the a value, and in this case, again, it's a 1, so it's not going to change anything. So we're going to go left 2, up 4 from the vertex. Left 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Open circles, because it's not equal to. Left 1, up 1. Open circle. We're going to go right 1, up 1. Open circle. And we're going to right 2, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open circle. Now, since it's not equal to is an open circle, we connect these coordinates with a dotted line. And in this case, we have a greater than sign, which tells us we are shading up. So if I put my pen on the vertex and I shade up, I'm actually shading everything inside, in between the parabola. So here, again, we are looking at the shaded x-axis, the x values that are shaded. 2 and 4 have open circles on them. Everything else in between is shaded. So for interval notation, we shaded one section from 2 to 4. They're both open circles, so they both get parentheses. For the inequality notation, again, there's one section. Our x values that we shaded are in between 2 and 4. So my x here needs to be in between a 2 and a 4. And we're always going to use less than signs. Now my 2 and my 4 both have open circles, so I do not want to put the equal to on those. We leave them just the way they are, less than onlys. And that's our 2 examples for graphing those inequalities in standard form.